Hello everybody and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. We unfortunately join our duplicants just as they're going to bed. And I realized we should probably get an artist in here, shouldn't we? Do we have anyone who at least has a penchant for it? Gossman, actually, he's pretty good. I mean, he hasn't got a passion for it, but he'll do the job. It's fine. Now, we do have a general engineer as Abe. Abe, have you mastered... Who did this? Who did this? It says one duplicant has completed the work for it. Who could go here? Mima. Mima is currently researching. We don't need that much research being done. I'd like to be able to get someone as a mechatronics engineer for automated stuff. Let's go ahead and get Abe here on general engineer, and then he can on Gopher rather, and then he can go ahead and tech himself up to the slightly more impressive courier. And then once because you have to get all three of these qualifications in order to become a mechatronics engineer, which is needed to build automotive equipment, the shipping stuff, the stuff here, like auto sweepers and rails, and that just means your duplicates don't actually have to carry things around. But that's pretty end game. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves there with that. Ada, I'm gonna let you finish. You're probably doing plastic manufacturing, yeah. Then we're probably gonna push for renewable energy. Solid transport isn't that important yet. Smelting would be nice. Transit tube, yeah. No, we've still got quite a fair bit. I like to get environmental protection, of course, for exosuits. We still have quite a fair bit to do. Oh, this water is chilling them down a bit. Hopefully they don't get hypothermia. Sopping wet. Oh no, and they're gonna get all stressed out because of it. Ada's super stressed, and she's the only one who is. And I think that's just because we've got her bumped up without the decor to back it. It's okay. Look at this. There we go. Gossman is rendering out some masterpieces for us. And he's currently chiseling David, the Adonis himself, from pure granite. Ah, God, that is art. I gotta say, this little oxalite formation is stupid cool, and I really wanna, I wanna investigate it. Let me know. Have any of you seen anything like this? Because I sure haven't. Let's count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 200 kilogram. Oh man, that's a lot. That's what, 4.5 tons of, or 4.8 tons of oxalite. That is a crap ton of oxygen. Pardon my French. And it's so cold as well. Oh man, that would cool down this base so well. Ooh, yeah. See, now, the temptation here would be, of course, to mine it, right? You'd like, just go dig some up. Yeah, it'd be nice. Get all that out. But then you actually halve the amount you have available. So rather, the best thing would actually just be to let it sort of waft up from here. Pressurize this area. Do we tap it? I mean, why not, right? We can sort of flood this area with some oxygen. Make it nice and breathable. The duplicants can work a bit harder. Because right now, they're running pretty far to go and breathe. Is that what you're doing? You're going to harvest. Okay. Yeah, there's not much air available down yonder. And we're not producing as much oxygen as we used to be able to. What is the problem? Algae. That's pretty accessible. We just need to get this done. Actually, we don't. We can just dig up some right over here on either side. Lovely. And we're just going to have to watch out for that sand. Dig that. And that one got dug. Okay, nice. And then we can actually go ahead, and what we'll do is we'll run along over here, dig out some of that. There's some nice algae there, some what's it called, dirt. There we go. Dig up all of this good stuff right here. Not that one yet. Okay, there we go. That should get us producing again. Yes. How are we doing for temperature? It's still leaching. It is definitely getting hot. It's getting hotter slower now that we've insulated everything, but it is still getting a lot hotter. Ooh, these bedrooms are hot. These guys are going to be pretty upset about that. Ada's still the problem. Everyone else is pretty fine. It's just Ada. This thing has stopped emitting. So this basically erupts. It's 305 every 602. So every 2 seconds, essentially, we gain 7.3 grams, 7.3 kilograms of steam, which is a lot of steam. That's so it erupts 4 or 5 minutes every 10 minutes, so you know, it's a pretty decent balance. It's nice, sort of, half and half. What do you? Oh, polymer press. Okay, cool. So we have that available. Nice. Okay, what's next on the research tree? I'm just sort of like powering through this sort of episode. There's a lot to get through. Let's just go straight down to transit tubes. Just unlock the tech tree, and then we can stop worrying about it. What is your problem? Atmosphere. Oh, fuck, the chlorine got through. Damn it! That didn't work. Why didn't that work, actually? It should have, by all measures. How much chlorine is there? This is a kilogram. It's kind of annoying that it's ended up over here, of all places. It will hopefully eventually sort of waft up a bit. Oh god, and it's going to go into our bristle blossoms, isn't it? Ah, fuck. How light is chlorine? Well, it's lighter than carbon dioxide, but not lighter than oxygen. Heavier is the word that people use for that. Yeah, which means that it's going to just sort of sit right over here, unless I can increase the pressure up here. Also, we really need to clean out this polluted oxygen. This is, I just saw this. This is a problem. Let's stick a deodorizer there, and we'll stick a deodorizer there. And that'll, it sort of cycles the air a bit as well. And that'll clean that out. Really, the problem here is that we actually need to clean out this polluted water and stash it somewhere. What's the easiest way to do that right now? Probably just to build a little storage tank right here for it. And then we can filter that through out into here as long as it doesn't have germs. And we can get sensors for that pretty soon, I think. Germ Sensor, yeah. We don't know what you need. You need novice medical research. Okay, where's my research tab? Novice medical research? Oh, here we go. That gives us the Germ Sensor. Which, it doesn't tell me how much that's going to cost to make. I think it needs plastic, though. In fact, I'm almost certain it needs plastic. Yeah. Yeah, I'd wager that needs, because it would just be nice to be able to filter these things. But you know what? Let's go ahead and build ourselves a little polluted water drop-off point. So plumbing, bottle emptier. Stick that right over there. Sure. And then you can drop in there. So bottle emptier is a bit annoying because that's sort of like the limiter and the size we can have, because it's gonna have to drop in. But you know what? I think a low, wide basin, sort of like this, will do the trick. That should be fine. Yeah. And then we got space to run up there as well. Okay, lovely. And that can just sort of drop water in right over there. And we'll just blop it through a mesh tile. Perfect, so that our duplicates don't, have to jump over it. Cool. And eventually we can pop that mesh tile out and we can plumb this. But, for now this is fine. Okie dokes. And stations. I probably should have dumped that polluted water in here, actually. There's no reason not to. Because they do have a shower. They just go clean themselves. Oh, well, it's fine. Whatever. Okay, what are you doing? What you got for me? Ooh, ranging would be nice. Art and digging. Digging! He doesn't build, though. That's kind of useless. Flatulent and a slow learner. You guys are all kind of terrible. I'm just going to reject you. Get out of here. Okay, so did we produce enough oxygen that cycle? No. No, we were about 80 kilograms short. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, and for those of you who are unaware, what the deodorizer will do, which is quite nice, is it will pull in polluted oxygen, strip out the crap, deposit it in clay, it takes the sand and turns it into clay, and then it will output clean oxygen. And as you can see, you can sort of see it happening here. It cycles the air a little bit around it while it happens. So it will, sort of swirl things around here. It'll pull this polluted oxygen up towards it, and that'll work just fine. And all of this polluted oxygen is coming off these algae terrariums from there, all this polluted water sitting on them. There's probably several tons of water just plopping right there, which we can dump into this pretty soon. Oh, we got no way to build this, so let's go ahead and run good old sandstone ladder right there. Sure. And what the hell, while we're at it, might as well just plumb this correctly. Just get a sandstone. There we go. And then plumbing. Might as well just set it up, Okay, iron's right here, so we'll use that, sure. Liquid pipe can come out there. And this will get filtered eventually. But for now, we don't have to worry about that. And then a liquid vent can go in there. And that'll be coming in like that. Okay, cool. So we got the basics. Oh, and that'll need power. For now, we'll just run the power off to the side like this, and then we can wire it up after that point. I like to seal these rooms just so that my duplicates don't go into them, because they can do that, which can be a bit infuriating. We can also dig up this. You know what, actually, let's set the priority of that digging nice and high so that it falls through to the bottom. I don't want it sitting up here. Okay, so we have uncovered this geyser. It probably happened a while ago and I didn't notice. It's a polluted water vent, which is very interesting. And as you can see, it outputs it at a pretty tepid temperature. 30 degrees. I mean, that's warm. It's like bath water, but it's actually, what is bath water? I don't know. I have no idea what bath water comes out at. Anyway, we have now another source of another renewable source of water, but much cooler than this is. Huh. I wonder how we can use these two vents in conjunction. It seems almost coincidental now that I'm building this. You know, actually, let's just cancel this for a second. Let's just have a little look-see at what needs doing. Let's think about this. So we need to get rid of this polluted water, but we also need to bottle this polluted water. This is always going to be germ-free. This is always going to be germ-free, but there's no guarantee that all water that we bottle and dump will be germ-free. So we shouldn't store them together. Right? That makes sense, I think. And we can probably just like hollow out just a little block here and start storing this stuff, because it really is quite cool. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that. We'll just do it in rows of 4 so that we can get down easily. And then what I'll do is we'll leave that wall intact and just run this down like this. Oh, that won't be sandstone, that's going to be igneous rock, please. There we go. Yeah, to that point. And then we'll leave this bit intact. Okay, we also get access to some coal and stuff. And of course we will, you know, eventually wall this off. Maybe, in fact, maybe it's a good idea to go ahead and actually tile this up before we allow this water in. You know what I mean? Yeah, you do. There we go. Oh, stop cancelling things. Don't dig this yet. I just didn't think I want to do this. So you can dig under here, back up there. Yes. All that really matters, well, when we can do this digging later, all that really matters is that we're able to dig out and then plug this hole. And then since we're digging it out, we might as well go one deeper, right? I mean, it's already there. So just do that. Oh, I keep pushing the wrong button. I'm pushing V instead of C for cancel. And then G is dig. Perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, then that means that we can, like, effectively bottle this. Oh, I mean, and again, why not just do my classic little pump nook? Drop that in there. Throw in a liquid pump. Bada boom. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, and then we'll run a liquid pipe, I guess, back up this way, as well as power. We won't power it yet. I mean, this is future proofing. I still don't know how we're going to use this. There's so many open spaces in this map. Oh my god, this world seed is ridiculous. Again, if you want it, it is there on screen. And I'll be happy to share that in the comments if anyone requests it. Are we done researching? No, we're on environmental. Hey, cool. We're about to get Atmos suits. Cool. Okay, so then I am actually going to replace. I'm going to replace all this. I'm going to let this build up as it was building. Did we have it over here? No, it was over here. Yeah. Okay, now I'll let this build up as it was building. That's fine. Because this is really just to store any overflow gunk, like junk water from our algae terrariums and such. Stick a pipe in there. Thank you. And then did I run the cable already? Almost. There you go. Alrighties. Cycle 37. Hey, and the base is looking not terrible. Pretty happy with it, actually. Do we have enough coal for a bit? 6.2 tons. Yeah, no, we're still good. And we're still, I mean, I'm pretty chuffed that we're still running off this coal generator. We do need to switch this battery over to one of these batteries pretty soon, a smart battery, because then we can set it so that this generator will only run when power is needed. It won't just run sort of consistently. Did you guys see that? There's like a little line right back there. I don't have any wires there or anything, do I? Oh, it's the grid line. That's odd. It's only on the vertical, and it's only every sort of set. I've never noticed that. Can you see there? There's sort of like on the edge of these three squares. There's sort of a very faint line. I don't know if that'll come up on after the YouTube encoding. YouTube encoding. YouTube. God, I can't English today. What was that noise? Does that research noise? Yes, it was. We got exosuits. Nice. Okay, well, we'll get into that when we get into that, you know. Okay, cool. This little blip is done. Let's just get that little piece of wall built, because that's gonna bother me. Stick that in like that, and then we can start plumbing polluted water. Nice, and I'll set this as slightly higher priority, just so that it actually happens. Abe needs some oxygen. Maybe it's not the worst idea either, now that we've got all this polluted water, to stick some algae terrariums down here, because I don't mind destroying this carbon dioxide. Ooh. Maybe we could use a carbon skimmer. We could take this hot water, run it through a carbon skimmer, which is this thing over here, which also outputs water at exactly 40 degrees. And then what we could do is then run that through the same sieve that powers this, and get clean water at 40 degrees, which we could drop back in to a holding tank. We could drop back into this holding tank, which would further reduce the temperature of the water in here. And eventually, I mean, assuming this stopped functioning, eventually that would equalize to 40 degrees, which is still a bit too hot. Ideally, you want your water at like 23. So the only real way to do it is to find a cold biome, which we're still so far away from. Oh! I spoke too soon. There it is, boys and girls. Look at that temperature. We got it. We got the cold biome. Thank God. Okay. Exploration for the win. It's not often that you get them below you. Usually, you know, the further down you go, the hotter things get. You get down into hell, basically. It's all magma and death. That's good, though. That's good. Oh, we've almost insulated this completely. These plants are still a very good temperature. And these are not. Oh, shit. They're getting a bit hot. It's the lights. Yeah, it's the lights that are heating them up. And also, just the gas coming from here is quite hot. Although it's not that it's heating this, it's the lights. Okay, so we need to get the cooling loop set up pretty soon then, is essentially what that's telling me. Let me go ahead and, since we're doing this, get that wall put in, like that. Perfect. And I'm sort of going to leave this corner as it is so that things naturally flow this way. I don't really want it to sit... I mean, it'll sit there, but it's better than sitting. It's like one tile less worth of sitting. And how often do you run? 124 seconds every 500. So not as consistent as this. It's about 20%. So this is running 20% of the time over a time of... What's 500 seconds? 5 minutes? That's 300 seconds is 5 minutes. This is basically 520. Which would be, I'm gonna say, around 8.5 minutes. Don't quote me on that maths. 9 and a bit minutes. I don't know. Screw it. It's fine. Wait, I need to work this out. So it'll erupt every for what's that? 2 minutes every 8 and a bit minutes. We'll call it 9 minutes, right? That's sort of the ratio we can work with. So that's okay. It's not great. I mean, it's not as good as this is. It's a ratio of 1 to 4.5, whereas this is just 1 to 2. Or half. This is half the time. Yeah. Oh, okay. What was that? Just igneous rock? Yeah, I want to keep the coal, please. Clean the coal. Keep the coal. Oh, we're going to need to dig this corner out in order to dig that. Is this breaking? I just saw some animation sort of blitz past that. That was weird. Why are you making this out of sandstone? No, igneous rock. I gotta remember to keep changing it over when I switch construction locales. Why is this dig unreachable? Shouldn't be. Gosman, what you got there? You got your coal, buddy? Yeah, okay, so we are climbing on food as well, I have noticed. Even though we've added another duplicant, we are still positive on the food front, which is very nice to see. That chlorine seems to have found its way elsewhere. Because all we're dealing with now really is polluted oxygen. Which will soon be cleaned up, sort of, naturally. Okay. So, this is the next, this is phase 3. So I'm just gonna, oh, hold on, what's Ari doing here? Picking up coal. Okay, Ari. Oh, these are getting done. That's good. Okay, things are happening. We're gonna snap back once most of this is built. Okay, as this tank is about to be finished and they're just done sleeping, I just noticed something which I hadn't picked up before. The water coming out of this thing is absolutely buggered with polluted water. Food poisoning. That's the word. Yeah, food poisoning. Look at this. It is filthy. Oh my god. Okay, well, it's just as well, then, that we didn't plumb it in with the rest of our, you know, quote-unquote clean water, which itself is a bit germy. Because that's millions and millions, 24 million polluted water germs. So yeah, this is not going to be quite the easy supply I'd hoped it would be of water. However, we will continue to store it just because, you know, I mean, it makes sense to do it. It is a resource we might be able to utilize, you know, to some sort of reasonable degree in the future. But for now, that's a bit dodge, you know. I will take this. Actually, no, am I going to take this cable up? Nah, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to let these guys carry on building. I'll just sort of dig out this bit, and then we'll dig out this bit, and then it'll all be fine. What was being researched there? Ah, yes, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Was a liquid pipe germ sensor. Liquid pipe element sensor. Yeah, these are the ones that require plastic. So that's done. Oh, we researched the medical research and the healthcare tabs. I think I'm going to go for smelting and high temperature forging, just so that I have smelters available to me when we start getting into some of the more in-depth stuff for the later game. Okay, now the real question is, this works all well and good, and as you can see, it is keeping the hydrogen on this side of the airlock. You know, this is oxygen and carbon dioxide. There's no hydrogen at the top of my base, which means that all of this crap is being held over here. But we do need to get down here somehow. Yeah, I mean, really, we also do want to get over to this algae pretty soon. So I think before we go to the cooling biome, the cold biome rather, let's go ahead and dig up some of this algae here. And I'll do one of these cheeky things. Just do one of those. There we go. Okay, cool. And then the second that's been, because they can only reach 4 up, so the second that's dug, then we'll dig out this bit as well. And then there's another huge, oh my god, so much oxygen just right over here. Ah, that's great. And the power to make that oxygen as well. Lovely. Oh, I need to drink more water before I record. Oh, it's so dry. As far as these bases go, we are doing pretty well. I am noticing, dropping a bit lower on food than I'd like. We have a lot of gristleberries just sort of sticking around, which is, you know, a much higher food quality. It's +1, which is sort of what they want to be at around about tier 3. That's sort of where they want to be sitting. It's okay. It's good. Do we have any omelette we can make? Omelette? No, we don't have any raw eggs. Yeah, the real thing is sleet wheat, because then you can make frost buns or pepper bread. Oh god, they love pepper bread. I don't think we have any pinch of pepper nut, do we? No, because you can make stuffed berry, and ooh boy, do they love stuffed berry. So how do we get down here without tapping into all of this chlorine? Well, that's going to be difficult, isn't it? Yeah. Not that anything in this game is ever easy, but that's going to be particularly mind-numbing. Let's go ahead and, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a priority 9 sweep. Right over here. Just clear out all this shit on this base. And then we're going to build this tile. And then what we're going to do is, just so that I can plumb it, and then we're going to start running our pipes. And I think we're probably going to use gas initially for cooling, but I will eventually transfer over to liquid just because it is significantly more efficient. Okay, I'll get all that swept up, and then we can start plumbing things. So, what do we want? Ventilation. So we're going to want to make pipes out of abyssalite as much as possible. So we don't And the reason I'm going to start with gas pipes is because it uses so much less than a liquid pipe. It's 100. But we are going to have to tap into the abyssalite, which we're going to get a whole bunch from here. Yeah. Okay, but for now, that's we can do 4 more tiles. Just start running this down. There we go. And that's gonna start cycling. We're actually gonna need 2 channels, aren't we? Yeah, 1 for in, 1 for out. Okay. Okay, well let's run the old igneous rock ladder. I swear if I say the old one more time, I want you guys to unsubscribe and kill me. Because it's been pointed out to me that I may be slightly overusing the term. And the reason we're using abyssalite is because then we don't have to build insulated gas pipes. Because abyssalite has a thermal conductivity of 0, so it won't emit any of the heat coming through it. Or at least it's like 0.01. It's very, very low. It's essentially nothing, but not actually nothing. So it will eventually leach heat, but like comparably, it's basically nothing. Oh god, and we've trapped a Dreco. Look at that. He's stuck in there. Hey, little guy. Well, you're gonna stay stuck in there, Soz. Okay, now, we can make exosuits. We're sort of at that level in the game. We just need to refine some metal and be able to do it. And we got a whole bunch of thimble reed sitting right over here. But this carbon dioxide does have a bunch of germos in it. I don't really want to expose my duplicants to any amount of slime lung. There is 5 thimble reed right there. You need reed fiber. I think it's 2 per exosuit plus 300 copper ore. So it's quite costly. And it only accepts copper ore, so you can't just, you know... We do still have quite a lot stashed. But you can't just burn through all of it at once. Oh, nice. The algae digging happened. Let's go ahead and mine that up. And then we can carry on the choo-choo up this way. So first 4 rows will look like that, which means I'm going to want to do one of these. Just to get up there, dig out that, and then we can dig down. Nice. And then we can get into the coal as well. See, now's when an auto sweep would be nice, because I could just stick one here, dig up all this stuff, basically, stick an auto sweeper here, and then that would just take it on rails and dump it in whatever storage area I put together. Which I do need more of, looking at this. For now, we can just, you know, stick a few more randoms somewhere. This channel's pretty unused for anything else at present, and I don't think I'm going to put anything else here for a while, so... Sure, we'll just stick, like... 4 containers there, and some of the mass inside of them can, you know, the stuff inside of them can sort of help absorb that heat a little bit. Choose dupes. Who have we got? Who have we got? Oh, May, you are good. Ooh, you're buff, you're a grease monkey. Good construction, good athletics, good strength. Oh, May, you are fantastic. Printer. Don't we already have a May? I'm pretty sure we already have a May. Furniture, let's just stick down a cot for her. There we go. Do we have a May? Jobs. Liam, Meep, Mima, Ruby, Gossman, Ada. No? No May. Okay, May, you're going to be an architect, though. Enjoy Unipus. Oh, and Abe, you're done being a gopher. You can go up to here. Enjoy. Okay, cool. Alright, so this water was a bit of a bummer. I didn't realize it output like a bajillion germs. Oh, and don't really worry too much about dropping this stuff down into here. It'll freeze the second it gets below. I think it's minus 20 degrees is the freezing point for polluted ice. What's the melting point? It'll be just above. So minus 21, we'll say, is the freezing point. Which it will get to eventually, because this is like 28, 27. We're going to go as far into this ice biome as we can. I do see that it's already starting to curve here, which makes me worry that this might not be a very big one. Yeah. Oh well, that's a risk we'll have to take. Okay, I've sort of been avoiding looking at this for a while now, but it really is starting to leach into our base. We need to get wheezeworts. It's the easiest way to cool this stuff down. You don't have to worry about cooling loops and stuff. They're very efficient, and you can automate them. Brothgar has a really great video, which you guys should go check out. I'll try and remember to link in the description. I don't know if I will. But it's basically, I think it's called Automating Wheezeworts. Or wheezeworts, can they be automated? His channel in general, for Oxygen Not Included, is something you should investigate. He's got really fantastic tutorials and just like playthroughs, and does cool challenges, and he's just a great dude, really. Like, you know, he tells you about his life, and the type of YouTube I'm into, you know, the discussive YouTube. But I think we're running a bit long on time for today. I'm trying to keep these episodes under 30 minutes. So I'm going to call this one here. We got some cool stuff done today. We discovered this geyser. We built a couple liquid tanks. This one is filling up pretty quickly. Oh boy, we're gonna have to work out how we're gonna process this. That's not too many germs. Like, that's an acceptable number of germs, you know. Like, we could probably put that through our duplicants, and they might get diarrhea, but it's not like they're, you know, consuming 24 million. That's like guaranteed death. What is the germ? Yeah, the death rate is 3%. Yeah, as you can see, I mean, they've dropped from 24 million to 22.5 million, but there's still a lot of germos. Yeah, and they're declining rapidly, but that's... Oh, Weezewarts! Weezewarts! Yes, we have them. Fantastic. Fantastic. This better not be a tiny little button biome. I need a lot of... See, it's not that cold, which makes me think it isn't that big. Usually they're much colder the bigger they are. This does have a lot of wolframite in it though, which is nice. And we do have access to some... So even if we don't actually get to use this as our cooling point, we might have to go explore this way for that. We will get some cooling units out of it. And we can just stick some Weezewarts, like basically right here and right here, just to cool the air immediately next to this, and then that'll sort of vent over and sort of cool by proxy. And these guys are finally clearing up this base. Okay, good. How much sandstone? There was just like 400 sandstone just chilling on the floor there. It must have been from an insulated tile. Yeah. Okay, but that is it. That is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed watching. I really am still enjoying putting together these Oxygen Included playthroughs. If you would like to see anything particular from the game, please let me know down in the comments below, and I will do my best to... Oh, hold on, sorry, 1 second. Why are we not picking up the eggshells? There we go. Pick up eggshells, copy-paste settings. Voila. Okay, cool. If you would like to see anything particular from the game, please let me know down in the comments below, and I will do my best to do it. Or tutorials, or anything, really, that you feel would add to the experience. The Oxygen Not Included experience. But regardless, if you're enjoying the videos, hit that like button. If you are not, hit that dislike button. And as always, be sure to subscribe. I will see you in the next one.